It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and our focus is on George Pickens. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Steelers and the Eagles, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
There's a short one caught by Uzama. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
They'll look to throw again.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
There's a short one caught by Uzama. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down at 5.
Got a man, it's Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 16-yard line.
Delay of game.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action now. Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through it and drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
You look at this Eagle defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 124 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10.
back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He gets that to the longtime Charger. It's Mike Williams.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
Powering his way forward.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They go play action with Wilson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season.
Over the middle to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Good protection there on third down. This is just a simple flip to his tight end outside the numbers, and he's able to haul it in and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Back to throw again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Harris running straight ahead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running left, it's Warren.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Barkley inside handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Hurts on the option right.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
A short one there to Freiermuth. Finding space at the 40. Look at the big fella go.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Wilson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Now Wilson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Throwing is Hurts. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Here's Braden Mann now
as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Patrick Mahomes, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Drake May has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Will Levis leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Throwing is Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They go play action with Hurts.
To Barkley on the check down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. And the Eagles first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Complete, it's Dotson.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he's brought down at the 16.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Now Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And now out come the Steelers.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens,
41 yards.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Again, it's Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't,
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
this is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of...
Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wilson.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5.
They go play action with Wilson.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. To throw is Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Steelers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts.
There's a short one caught by Uzama.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Steelers set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Wilson.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Zach Ball drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Alex Highsmith
From that outside linebacker spot, gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
At the 31-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw.
Open man is Uzama. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Wilson on the coverage.
He's back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.